gentlemen, it's your boy MJQ Gaming back here with another Madden 21 video. Today we're going to switch it up a little bit. It's going to be our second video on the channel, and instead of going Ultimate Team, we're actually going to start with a franchise video. So the NFL season is just a few weeks away, and it should be a very interesting one with the way everything's going so far. But what we're going to do here is actually we're going to be predicting the record of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, one of the most questionable teams in football. As most of you may know, the Bucs have acquired some once great players, such as possibly the greatest quarterback of all time, Tom Brady, as well as his former teammate Rob Gronkowski, and adding to their ridiculous wide receiving core of Chris Godwin and Mike Evans. It should be an unbelievable season in my opinion. So what we're going to do is see what Madden thinks about them. So we're going to import the live NFL rosters from the team they have right now, and then we're going to sim all the way from preseason all the way through playoffs if they make it, to see how far of a run they have. So let's hop right into it. We're going to go over and pick the Bucs. Starting off with Mike Evans, Tom Brady, Rob Gronkowski, and we're going to start as coach of week 1 of the preseason, Bruce Arians. Alright, so starting off with week 1, we're going to be playing away in the preseason against the Steelers. Before that, let's look at their team real quick. We're rocking an 83 overall, 84 offense, 83 defense. Like I said, at quarterback, they're starting with a 90 overall Tom Brady. I'm surprised he's ranked that high, but that's great. Then we get into the receiving core. We get a 92 overall Mike Evans, an 88 Chris Godwin, and after that they get kind of trash. A 69 Miller, I don't even know who that is. Then over at running back, we got Ronald Jones II. He's a speed demon, that's for sure. We got a TJ Logan. Fullbacks running with O.J. Howard just because they have Gronk at tight end, and O.J. Howard's the backup, I believe. Yep. So Gronk at tight end. This O-line could definitely use some work, but we'll take a look at it. Got Darren Fells at left tackle, Ali Marpet at left guard, rocking an 89. Then we got Tristan Wirfs, the rookie, over at right tackle. Ryan Jensen at center, and someone I've never heard of, Kappa, at right guard. So that's a rough looking O-line, if I do say so myself. But I have to say Tom Brady's used to that. Then on defense, not too exciting. We got Ndamukong Suh and Vita Vea, who's probably the two stars of the defense. They also do have Levante David and Devin White. So I mean, they have a good linebacking core, but Alright, and we're gonna hop right into the first week 1 of the preseason. It's going to be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. So we're going to go quick week by week. We're going to sim. And they come out victorious with a 28-13 win over the Steelers. Next up, we have the Jaguars. Looks like they do have an injury, actually. Let's take a quick look at who the injury was. See if there's anyone big. Devin White. That is huge. That could definitely impact this season for the Bucs. Fortunately for them, it's only a 6-week injury. So we're going to go right ahead and advance to the next week. Home game against Jacksonville. Okay, and they come up victorious again with a 27-9 victory. 2 new injuries. And as you can see, Jason Pierre-Paul and Antoine Whitfield is also hurt. And we move on to week 3, a home game against the Tennessee Titans. Will the streak continue? And it ends in a tie, 21-21. And we will sim our last game against the Browns, and that will conclude the Bucs preseason. And they get a 20-17 victory, going 3-0-1 in the preseason. Alright, so now we're hopping into the regular season games. Week 1 are against the Saints in an away game. Let's see what happens here. And we start off with a loss, 31-24. We will upgrade the players in between. I'll cut that out though, so you guys don't have to watch that, but just so the players progress properly. And now we are on a week 2 against the Carolina Panthers. And that is the second straight loss for the Bucs. The preseason might have just been a tease, as they come out with a 31-21 loss to the Carolina Panthers. 0-2 Bucks facing the 0-2 Broncos in Week 3. And the Bucks are now 0-3 to start the season, losing 35-14 to the Denver Broncos. Week 3 coming in against the 3-0 Chargers. This will be a tough one. And the Bucks get their 4th consecutive L, losing to the Chargers 38-20. Week 4 is going to be against the Bears, who are currently 2-2. Should be an interesting one. And the Bucks get their first win of the season, coming in with 31-24 win over the Chicago Bears. Week 6 is going to throw up with the Green Bay Packers, who are currently sitting at 3-1. And the Bucks get their second win, 2 in a row, 24-6 over Green Bay. We will upgrade the players real quick. And Week 7 will kick off against the new Las Vegas Raiders, who are currently sitting at 2-3. And the Bucks are winning 3 straight here with a 31-24 win over the Raiders. Week 8 comes to the Giants, who are sitting at 6-1. This is definitely going to be a tough matchup. And the Bucks win streak ends there with a 28-25 loss to the New York Giants. Tom Brady and his luck against the Giants has a long history of being not so great, if I do say so myself. Week 9 brings us to the Saints versus Bucks. Saints are coming in at 6-1. Tom Brady versus Drew Brees. And another loss for the Bucks. 28-24. Saints come out on top. Week 10 is going to be against the Panthers again. See if we can redeem ourselves with the Bucks. Panthers are sitting at 4-5, so shouldn't be as challenging as some of the other teams. And the Bucks lose again to the Carolina Panthers, losing at a score of 35-23. Week 11, we have the LA Rams versus the Bucks. The Rams are coming in at 3-6. The Bucks are at 3-7. It should be a pretty even matchup. And another loss for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Madden did not predict Tampa to have a very good season this year, clearly, with their, 8th loss of the season. Week 12 is going to bring them to the Chiefs, which is, I don't see that game going too well either. And Patrick Mahomes' Chiefs come up victorious against Tom Brady and the Bucks. The Chiefs win at a score of 37-31. Week 13 is going to be a bye week. And we are back at home for Week 14 against the Minnesota Vikings, who are currently sitting at 7-5. And they come up with a big win, 42-9. That is by far the best victory of the season. Week 15 comes against the Atlanta Falcons, who are sitting at a comfortable 9-4, heading towards playoffs. And a 28-3 loss. That's very ironic for Tom Brady to lose to Atlanta, 28-3. I don't know, that seems a little rigged to me. On to Week 17, we have the 4-10 Detroit Lions playing the 4-10 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. If Tom Brady and the Bucs can't pull this one off, then I'd say it's safe to say he's washed. And the Bucs come out victorious, 31-13 over the Detroit Lions. And likely our last game of the season is going to be against the Atlanta Falcons again, who are currently sitting at 10-5. And as we see here, the Atlanta Falcons come out victorious, 24-2. And that is going to be the last game of the Tampa Bay Bucks 2020-2021 season. The Bucks did not make the playoffs and finish at a record of 5-11. That was by far the worst season of Tom Brady's career. Let's go look at his stats on that real quick. So looking at it statistically, Tom Brady might not have had the worst season. It might have just been the team. He came in throwing at 4,100 passing yards, 325 completed passes of 517 attempted passes. He had 30 touchdowns to 13 interceptions with a 62 completion rate and an average of 261.3 yards per game, leaving him with a QB rating of 97 even. that's definitely not the worst season you could have asked for. I mean, considering they finished 5-11, I think that's a little harsh. Alright guys, so in conclusion, it looks like Madden is expecting the Bucks to have quite the off season. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And I do plan on making this video for all the rest of the NFL teams this season to see who they think is coming out on top. So definitely drop a like for more videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I won't live.